Hello, I'm Justin.
And I'm Jessica.
And we sing for a band called
The Morning Of.
And we're going to give you guys a brief track-by-track description of what the songs on the record are about. Well, the first song on the CD is called Genesee. I wrote the lyrics to that song. What it's about is, it's about a girl named Genesee, go figure, who sold merch for a band that we were on tour with, and I had a super mondo crush on her. And I used to sing that melody to her, that Genesee, you're all I need, like to her just to impress her and make her laugh and stuff. And everybody else in the band really liked the melody, so we wrote this whole song around it or whatever. And it's just about, you know, really like liking somebody and they live so far away, but that's like what kind of hinders the relationship and makes it not be able to work. And she's a great person and she's probably one of the greatest people I've ever met. And things probably could have been a lot different if we had lived closer to each other.
The second track on the record is called What You Can't Control. And I don't really know what I wrote that about. I guess, well, I do know, but I don't want to say. It's about an ex-boyfriend, obviously. But it was just someone that you just don't want in your life anymore. And it's, they keep trying and trying, and it's like, no, leave me alone. It's over. So that's what that song is about. But yeah.
Okay, the next song, which happens to be our single, is called The Ones That Fall Apart. I wrote that song. That one is a really tough one. I wrote it when I was going through a really hard time with an ex-girlfriend, and it's not from my perspective. The song is actually written from her perspective, looking at me. I like fell out of love with her and I wasn't really into her anymore, and I tried, since I like to think I'm a good person, I tried like my best to, like, you know, explain it to her and be gentle with it and not just say like, hey, I don't love you anymore, like I don't want to be with you. I tried to just, you know, give it time and try to let it work itself out, and I gave her everything I could to make it work, but at the end of the day it didn't work and I had to get out of it. And that song's kind of like her point of view, like looking at me, because she was still really into the whole idea of being together and I wasn't into it, and she always kept like saying like, please just give it more time, give it more time. And I had given it a lot of time and it still didn't work, so I kind of wrote that song from her perspective. I really like the lyrics to that song. It's probably one of the songs I'm most proud of written. So.
Tell Me I'm Wrong is actually, I think now, right now, it's one of my favorites on the record. Just because, I don't know. But it's actually, we were in California and there were already lyrics written for it, right?
I had lyrics.
Yeah, we had lyrics down before we went out to California, and then we got there and we were like, it's not really hitting us. It's not
I like the lyrics. I wrote the lyrics and I love the lyrics.
Well, I mean,
and Dan,
about that movie?
Yeah, Dan liked the lyrics too, the original lyrics, but I guess Jess, Rob, and Chris weren't really super
I don't
sold
know,
on
I was like, I knew they could be better, because the song was great, and I knew we could do better, so we could do better. Okay, anyways, and then we watched the movie. We didn't have it written, we were like, whatever. Then we watched Eternal Sunshine, and you had never seen it.
I had never seen the movie.
And voila, it was a masterpiece.
And then I wrote those lyrics because that movie really inspired me, like the whole story about like how you can try your hardest to like erase something out of your past, but like, you know, if it's meant to be there, it's going to be there. And that's kind of what that song is about. It's not like it's not about the movie, but it's like based upon, yeah, it's inspired by the movie. I'll do Cobwebs and Cables. Cobwebs and Cables was actually one of the only songs on our CD that was written lyrically, at least, by our old bass player, Beer. And I think he wrote that song when he was going through like a really hard time with his, I guess they're broken up, so I guess his ex-girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just like, it's like a song about like trying to like, I don't know how to really describe it. I mean, like, the lyrics are pretty self-explanatory with that song. It's like what could have been out of a relationship that kind of just like went into the shitter and like wasn't like good, but it could have been something incredible. And I'd say out of all the songs Beer's ever written, that's probably my favorite one lyrically. At least the verses, they're really, really good. Dance With Me was half and half me and a Beer. That song doesn't really have a message, to be honest.
Like, just fun.
Yeah.
It's like you guys were in a good mood.
Yeah.
Or something. And
it's kind of funny. I don't know if I should even say this, but I will, just because I love you guys, so I'll give you the truth. We were actually used to be a different bridge to the song, and when we moved to California to record the CD, we weren't happy with the bridge, so I wanted to write like a different bridge to the song, and I kind of like thought about like what I could write it about, and I thought about like Abir leaving the band and like moving to the city, and like how he just had given up like everything we worked really hard for to just go back to school. And I was hurt by it at the time that he just left, but you know, he's one of my good friends, so I support his decision. But actually the bridge is about Abir. Like, the city brought me to my knees, now I have to fight to fall asleep, sing to the night, but it's not right, I let it go. It's about Abir.
Yeah.
Next would be Time It Takes to Grow.
Time It Takes to Grow.
We both know what that's about.
Yeah, we do. I don't know what we should say. I'll say.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyways,
Rob wrote that song.
Rob wrote that whole entire song. Rob did. And it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites
nice
too.
Song, lovely. Yeah. But it's actually, I'm nervous to say, but okay, whatever. Rob was in a relationship since high school for years. One of my good friends, and they broke up, and I was like really not. But
She went to Europe.
She went to Europe, and that's
backpacked
the
through
lyrics.
Europe.
Yeah, you know, you heard that in the first verse. But yeah, it's just about him and his love life and how he feels, and it's weird because Rob, he's very
introvert. He doesn't ever really share his emotions.
So when he showed us the song, we were like,
yeah, that's what really hits me about the song. It's like, I love it. It's one of my favorite songs on the CD, and the lyrics are incredible, but what really hits me hard about the lyrics is that I know how hard it must have been for Rob to write those lyrics, because he's not the type of person who likes to like share his emotions.
Yeah,
and that's a really personal song. Like,
that's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's very, very good. That was Rob's first attempt ever at writing lyrics too, so it's really good. Next would be Like Yesterday. Like Yesterday is another one that me and Abir wrote together. It's just about, you know, that's like one of the happier songs on the CD. It's just about like the beginning days of a relationship when like everything is like brand new and you're excited, and you know, you like start to like explore like the idea of being together. And that was like an old song. I don't know if you guys ever heard the demos. I know the demos like leaked to the internet or whatever. That song was like so much different. It used to be so much different. But yeah, that was like another one where we wrote a whole bunch of new lyrics, so we went to California for it. I'd say lyrically, that's my least favorite song on the CD. But you know, if that's like the worst song, then I guess the CD is still pretty good. But yeah, I'd say lyrically, that song's kind of like a little cheesy.
I like that song. It's actually one of my favorites. I don't know. We always like opposites.
I don't like that song that much.
He's being brutally honest.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, just because it's you guys, and I'm giving you guys.
What else?
I'm giving you guys the goods.